What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Edwina and this is Versicolor Closet, where we love all things colorful. In today's video, we're not talking about fashion. I wanted to continue the trend of showing you guys my different hairstyles. In January, if you guys seen my recent videos, I had more of a shorter bob style that was in this really like jet black color, which I really loved. It was kind of low maintenance. I didn't really have to do anything really to it. I never had to re-curl it or anything like that, so that was pretty good. I did talk about the details of that hair in a previous video, so I'll be sure to link it for you guys below. But in today's video, I wanted to talk about these jumbo twists. So here's the thing. I'm a crochet type of girl because crochet braids, they are affordable, they are super convenient, and you can install them in no time at all. But I tend to kind of gravitate towards the same styles all the time. But after telling you guys that I was going to document all of my hairstyles for the year, I figured it would get pretty boring if I kept doing the same things over and over again. So recently I've been saving whatever hairstyles that I see on Instagram or anywhere on the internet and sending them to my stylist, so that whenever it's time to change up my hair, we kind of have a little catalog to go through. So I saw this style on Jackie Aina and I was like, you know what? I have never done a jumbo twist. So I was like, it was time to give it a try. So I'm glad my stylist encouraged me to give it a try, because I was this close to just going with a different crochet style. But without any rambling, let's get into the hair. I'm not going to do a full tutorial because I didn't film the process, since I'm not the one who did my own hair this time, but I still wanted to give you guys kind of like the pros and the cons to know that if this is the right style for you, in case you're looking to do something different with your hair. In the past, I've done twists, but never this big. Like, I've done the really tiny twists, which took forever, and I don't know that I would want to do that again. But not that it's not beautiful, it just takes so long to install. And sometimes if you have people that are really like heavy-handed, they could put a lot of tension to your strands, and I just don't want to put my hair through all of that. And I also don't want to sit down that long, okay? Like I mentioned, this was definitely a first for me. You know how sometimes you get your hair done and the first few nights you have a headache? This was not that kind of party. And at this big age of mine right now, I refuse to do anything that's not comfortable. You know, like, I don't want any hairstyles that's gonna put tension on my hair, and I don't want anything that's gonna be painful. So I'm so glad that we did this style. So let's talk about the pros. First things first, lightweight. I mean, it's so flowy. I can move it around in whatever direction I want. I don't have any complaints about it at all when it comes to weight. It might look like it's heavy maybe because it's a lot of chunky braids, but it is not heavy at all. Another pro is that it is super versatile. I mean, this is the type of styles that you guys know when it comes to braids and twists. Like, you can put it in a bun, you could do half up, half down, you could do something similar to what I have going on right now, where I pin one side and I let the other side hang loose. Like, there's literally endless options of what you could do to your hair. So that's one thing that I love about these twists. I love the versatility. If you're going to the gym, you could easily put it in a bun. You could do a low bun or you could do a high bun. Like, the options really are endless. So you can find videos like this that show you different ways on how to style them. So yeah, versatility was a pro for me. Another thing that I love about this style as compared to like any type of like crochet braids, this one gives you such easy access to your scalp. Because there's one thing, whenever we're doing protective styles, a lot of us tend to abandon our hair and not do anything to it, but you want to be able to have easy access to your scalp so that you can moisturize it on a consistent basis. I've had this in for a week and I recently moisturized it by spraying a leave-in conditioner. After doing that, I use like a shea butter to apply, you know, to my scalp and make sure that it's really moisturized, and then I sealed everything in with an oil. I absolutely love doing the LCO method. Some people do the LOC method, which is basically a liquid, an oil, and a cream, but I prefer doing the LCO, where you put the liquid, then the cream, and then you use the oil to seal everything together. I feel like whenever you use those three, there is no way that your hair is gonna be dry. So definitely be sure to take care of your scalp while you are wearing your protective styles. And another reason why I love this hair, I feel like it is the perfect vacation hair. When I'm going on vacation, I don't want anything that's going to require me to do too much to it. I want something that can easily get wet, because sometimes when you're on vacation, you could be going to the pool during the day and then you have a formal dinner in the evening. So you want your hair to be able to last through all of these different activities. So I would definitely recommend doing a style like this. Now, the only thing is though, I had to stretch my hair to do this style, so I would think that it might revert if you wet it. I haven't tried. I did get caught in the rain earlier this week, but I didn't stay long enough for it to, you know, have any issues in that sense. So yes, it's super versatile, but there's a question mark when it comes to wetting it. So be mindful of that. It would be no issue if the ends of your hair get wet, but I don't know about this top part, okay? If I had to think of any cons, I would say maybe the install time. In my case, I did take down, washing, conditioning, preparing the hair before doing the style. So the whole process took about 12 hours. So I know that sounds like a lot, but when you're doing take down, and my stylist takes a really long time, which I love, to take care of my hair and to moisturize it, because let me tell you something, these stylists nowadays that are just telling you to come with your hair already washed, like what's the point? To me, washing my hair, like getting my hair done, is self-care. I don't necessarily want to participate in the process, okay? I just want to sit there and let her use her massager and all of the things that she does to my hair. I even got it steamed this time, so it was definitely great to have someone who's a professional, who actually knows what she's doing, to get in there, wash my hair really well, moisturize it really well, and even put proper products in there so that it can be detangled without any issues. So yes, it's going to take time. And of course, another con, I guess you could say, is that it's a little more expensive if you're trying to compare it to crochet braids, because of course the time, right? Like the longer it takes, the more it's gonna cost. But to me, it's worth it. I really love this style, and I think it is one of those styles that I would definitely consider doing again. Another con that I could mention is that it loosens over time. So again, this might be specifically because my stylist didn't do my hair tight at all, which I didn't want. I don't want any style that's gonna be painful. So that's another thing. I feel like sometimes some of the twists, like they get really loose over time. So I've had to retwist a couple of them. I don't know if that's like such a huge like deal breaker, but to me, it's a small price to pay for a style that I really like. For the ends, she actually dipped them into hot water so that they wouldn't unravel. And there's also a small knot at the end to keep the braid intact, so they don't unravel on their own. But I have decided to unravel a couple because I prefer a tighter twist than a looser one. Okay, so that's really it for the cons. Another small issue that I've had is that sometimes some of the rubber bands show depending on how I twist my hair. So the base of this style consists of using a rubber band to keep all of the sections in place. So I find that as I'm moving the hair around and doing different styles, depending on which directions I twist the hair, I can end up, you know, having the rubber band show. So for that reason, since my hair is black and the extensions are black, it's not that visible. But I figured if you do this in a completely different color than your hair and you're using black rubber bands, it's gonna show. So that's just something to keep in mind. Maybe you may not have this issue if you're not twisting and moving the hair too much, but when it comes to me, I'm gonna move it around because some days I want to keep it up away from my face, and other days I like to keep it down and, you know, put it to the back. So there's always gonna be movement. So again, it's a small inconvenience, but all in all, I really love this hair and I highly recommend it. I didn't document which brand exactly my stylist used, but you can use any type of pre-stretched hair. The reason you want to use pre-stretched is because of the ends. So if you don't want your hair really long, I would say to not buy hair that's already long, because the pre-stretched hair, it has the ends already feathered so that your style can look, you know, nice and smooth in the ends. But if you're gonna end up cutting the hair, then you're gonna lose the featheredness mess of it all, okay? She used a type of hair that had 6 little bundles in the pack, and in total we use 8 bundles. So basically 1 pack and then 2 little bundles from the other pack. So you don't need that much hair. Pre-stretched hair and, you know, braiding hair is not expensive in general. You're gonna end up spending more money just to get it installed because, again, it's kind of a process. When it comes to the length, in my case, my stylist used the fitting method to add more hair to make it longer. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but mine reaches to the small of my back. But again, it's super lightweight, so I don't have to worry about it. I think that's pretty much everything. Like I said, I totally recommend this hair. It is super lightweight, it's versatile. You can easily wear it on vacation, and you have easy access to your scalp so that you can keep your hair healthy and moisturized underneath. Another thing I would mention is that be careful what type of gel or edge control that you are using, because I did add an edge control that ended up leaving some residue, so it would look like my hair is dirty. So just be mindful of what you're using. Other than that, when it comes to styling, I recommend having a shoelace, right? So this is a regular shoelace that from some old shoes that I no longer wear. I just pulled that out and I've kept it forever so that I can use on styles like this. As you can tell, this is a lot of hair, so regular hair ties like these are just not gonna cut it. They will snap, they will break. You don't want that. But using this type of method, I feel like it's so much easier because it can actually hold a whole lot of hair and you don't have to worry about it snapping. So for this next part of the video, I'm gonna do less talking and more showing. I'm gonna be styling my hair in different ways, and I hope that you guys enjoy it. for today's video. I hope that you guys found these stylings quite interesting. Maybe something like this would be a little much for most people. I know because it's huge, and the only downside to this, when I do styles like this that are really up high, I have to lower my seat in the car when I'm driving because my bun is basically hitting the ceiling of the car. But y'all know me, I don't care about being a little too much and a little extra every once in a while. So I really like to use headscarves to, you know, just introduce more color and some interest to maybe a super plain outfit. So I hope that you guys enjoyed these styles. Don't forget to comment below and let me know which one is your favorite. And let me know, have you tried jumbo twist? Will you try it after watching this video? I can't wait to hear all about it in the comment section. So thank you guys again for watching. I'll see you guys next time in another one. Bye guys.